Hi there, my name is Daniel. Welcome back to today's class. So today we'll be talking about how to create an application on sketchware and the tour through sketchware. So I'm going to be telling you what this and this are on the application. So stick to the screen, guys. Alright, so guys, like I said earlier on the reference app we're going to be creating is a wallpaper store. So without further ado, let's get started. So let's get this up. Okay, alright. So this file down here, which is this plus icon that is floating up and down there, is not floating up and down. So we're going to click on that to create our application. Alright, so creating a new project, obviously. As we all know, an application needs a icon and a name. So right now we are going to be adding a name and an icon to this project, which will serve as our icon, our app icon, and our app name. So this is where the name is going to be. It's obvious, and this is where once you click this app icon, to take you to where you want. You choose your icon that you've created or you want. So I have created mine, and I'll just add this right now. So the name of our application is going to be free for work. Yeah, that sounds somehow funny. Let's go with it. Alright, so as we all see below the name right here, we have advanced settings, which is going to be the main stuff we're going to be doing when we are creating our application. We are creating a mobile application. So I'm going to toggle that right now. Alright, so here we are. The first tab we are seeing there is that's our application theme color. So I'm going to you can pause it and read the diagram below, so you can get the in-depth knowledge of what is going on here. We'll be selecting the colors we're going to be using for this application right now. So let's go to the color control normal. So I'm a fan of blue color. Let's go for blue color. Yeah. Alright. Let's go for blue color. Please, I'd like you guys to please subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and like the video if you haven't. So sketchware has made it easier for us by showing us an example of what color is meant to be here, so you don't actually mix up everything. So you can just pick a color and then get the color accent, get the color normal. You can just pick the varieties of color and then you go for it. Alright, so moving to the package name. Package name is actually the name identifier for your project that Android system is going to recognize and know this is your application. So let's select the name. No uppercase, just the name. You are allowed to use a full stop and nothing else. So moving to the project name. Project name is the one is the name you give to your project that is going to exist only on sketchware, so you can know this is your project. Let's go to the version control. This is advanced version control. I'll be talking about this in the next tutorial because this alone has can take up to let's just leave it for a new video. So I'll click the create app right now, and we are in. So I'll be taking you through the second section of the application, through the application. So first thing first we saw is the back button, and next to it is the project name we gave to our application. Down there, and beneath it is project ID, which is automatically generated by sketchware to know this is your project also. So the next to it we have our action buttons. We have the undo button, we have to redo button, we have the save project, we have the menu, and beneath it we have the tab, which is our sections. So the sidebar is where we are going to be dragging and be dropping on the mini screen as at the side right here. So we have layouts, we have Android X, we have widgets. Let me scroll. Yeah, this is the widget. We have the list below. List. We have list, we have library, we have Google, which is our third party. Widgets, we have date and time. Okay, let's talk about the tab down at the bottom. So we have this main.xml. This is actually the layout. XML is the layout for your application in Android development, and we have when we click on that, it's going to take us to the list of pages we created, and next to it we have our configuration button and the run button. So in the next tab, which is the event, we have create. On create, this is actually where the life cycle of your application begins. So any code you put here is going to actually start manifesting before the application opens. This is where I call the logic. So we can, when we click on the fab down there, we have various activity logic sections we can add. We have something like import, we have start activity, we have unpack press, we have resume, destroy, pause. So the main basic one we're going to be using is on back press. This is when you press a back button on a page you created, which I'll be referring to an activity. So please make sure of that, make note of that. I'll be referring a page, I'll be calling a page an activity. So please let's make note of that. So once the user tries to go back or press back, any code you put under this section on back press is going to manifest. So right here we have the import. This is where you can import some libraries into the activity which I meant page. So on start is actually when your activity starts displaying, when it starts visible. So we have orders which I'm going to be explaining. Might not be in this tutorial to the end of this tutorial. So that's why I urge you guys to subscribe so that you can get notified whenever I post a new video. So going to the onCreate event. This is the screen where we are actually going to be dragging and be dropping. So let's take it off. So we have the back button. So we have the back button to go out of this screen. We have other action buttons by the side. So we have source code where you can actually check what you have actually drag and drop in code. So we have where you drag your drag interface, where you drop all the blocks you drag from below. So we have the undo, we have the redo, we have the collection. This is the source code. This is where your code will be written once you drag anything from here from down there. So this is the save, this is the collection they are just open right now. This is the this is where the blocks are. This is variable tab. So I'll be explaining every tab here next week, next video rather. So we have the variable list, math, we have operation, view, components, more block, and the rest like that. Now these are the blocks I'm going to be giving, just come to my DM. I'm going to be giving it out to just 5 people. So these are custom blocks that are actually useful. I'll be using it in some projects in this tutorial. So these are, so when you install your sketchware, you are not going to see something like this until you go to your developer tools. Just follow the procedure on this one. This, just make sure this is how your sketchware mod settings looks like, so you can actually access those blocks. It's not going to be there by default until you create a variable for it or an instance, so it's not going to be there by default. Right, going to the components tab, this is where you add your custom component you are going to use for your development. So you're going to click the Firebase below. As you click on it, you have some components that are there. So these are, most of the components here are actually custom components that are built. So I'm going to also be releasing that to 5 people. Yeah. So you can download it anywhere else, but these are just the one I tested and I trusted. No bugs in it. So down here, like to the end, are all custom made components, which is going to be used with the blocks I showed you previous logic square. So the only thing you can see is those above the one I boxed, and this one's right here. That's the only one you will see in default. With this Facebook add stuff like that, that's the only one you will see in default. So if you need it, just DM me right away, you get it. So also in the videos to come, I'll be explaining these components and how to use them. So moving on, let's go to our configuration, which is that 3 dots at the top. So right here we have the library, we have app compass and design, we have Firebase, AdMob, and Google Map. So app compass, we have Firebase, AdMob, and Google Map. So when you want to create a design on your application, or you want to use some specific design material, you need to enable the app compass. Please read that so you can get the idea. So you need to enable the app compass. Just toggle this button right there. So this is your Firebase manager, where you add your Firebase database location, your app ID, and API key and storage URL. This is your AdMob tab, and this is your Google Maps settings. So talking about that Firebase, we are going to use that Firebase for this wallpaper tutorial we are going to. So Firebase is a third-party platform created by Google for developers. So it's actually free, and you can create database and storage to store your users' data and files. Moving on, we have view. This is where you can create or access views, like let me call it screens. This is a activity view, and the second one is a custom view. So activity view, you can actually create an activity view, which I also meant by page. So you can create a view, an activity. You need to use lowercase the name of the activity. If you want to add space, don't add space directly, you use an underscore. So alright, this is a view. So I'm going to be showing you. So here we are. This is another view, which is the home page that I've created, activity that I've created. So I want to show you the difference, so you can know that this is an entire screen, this is another screen entirely, and this is another one entirely. So the view is actually a place where you can create, and you can also create in that tab. You just selected the page earlier, so you can also select or create from there. So you can create an activity, you can create a dialogue fragment, calculate a fragment activity. Going to the next tab, we have a custom view. With this custom view, you can create a custom view for your list, for your grid view, for your dialog. You can create a custom dialog with a custom view. You can create a custom pop-up with a custom view. You can create literally any interface that actually overlays over the main interface. I hope you understand. So with time, and when we create during the application process, I'll explain better on this. So going back, we have the next tab. We have the image tab. So this is where we can actually add our image, our icon that we are going to use on our application. So let me just select few icons and import so you can know what this is. Alright, so you can actually add icon if you want. You can add from the tab plus icon down there, and when you click on the plus icon, then click on this place to add your image. So talking about the image name, you don't add uppercase to your image name. You only add underscore and small letters with numbers. So I guess that will be the end of today's video. I'm really tired, man. So next week we are going to continue from next video. We are going to continue from where we stopped. So we're going to sound, font, Java and Kotlin and the rest. So and again, we go to properties of every widget. We drag to the interface. So every of the properties we are going to go there, and that's about that. So see you guys in the next video. Peace out.